Tophia has been lying, complaining, and crying her way into 2025. In this video, we will be discussing her further descent into homelessness and her lack of ambition to improve herself with the looming TikTok ban moving over the horizon. In case you were curious, the Slydells did not actually celebrate Christmas, but rest assured, Tophia understands that Santa is 100% real.
What are your Xmas plans? To survive? Survive. We don't really celebrate Christmas. If we had a house, we probably would have decorated. But it's all about surviving. There is Santa Claus, okay? Santa Claus is real. But us adults, we know the backstory about Santa and who Santa is.
The family has been posted up in various parking lots and public parks. Police have repeatedly been sent to their jerry-rigged homeless car camp numerous times to deal with different disputes.
We're in a car that drives, but not that well. Not well. DTI came and asked him what he was doing with the car, and he said he couldn't tow it. Then the guy tried to say, well, can you move this car? And then, because this car is movable, can you move this car? And then go somewhere else and then come. No, we're not doing that. It's a public place. We have every right to be parked here. That's why we parked here.
The area is actually quite nice. You got space to stretch your legs out, bright sunshine and birds singing. Oh, and also the sounds of bullets ringing out multiple times during the day.
That sounded like gunshots. That's crazy.
Somehow Tophia had her Xbox and makeup stolen by somebody. I don't know how that's possible, considering she spends her entire day lounging in the backseat of the car. Seems more likely she's just trying to garner sympathy in order to receive donations.
All I'm gonna say, the Xboxes got stolen. That's what happened. I got robbed. But I'm not gonna say what's gonna happen to the person that's involved with the Xboxes. Cause we already talked to the police last night, so we got that settled. As far as my makeup stuff, that's gone. Nothing we could do about that. What did they take? Used makeup kits? Wow. What did they take? An Xbox that I can just go right away and go buy back? 2 of them? I can already have an Xbox right now if I wanted to. Hello?
Tophia has ways to get back though. Much like Cyrax, Tophia has a direct line of communication with the police in order to protect their shitty car in a public park.
I'll make sure the police patrol, and I'm not going to tell you when the police are patrolling. I'll call them and tell them to patrol the area because I feel unsafe.
Some dead roadkill that has been stuck under the axle of their car has allegedly been causing a ruckus while Tophia tries to get a break from all of her rest. She's even concocted a narrative that people are trying to fill the gas tank with God knows what, even though it's definitely just their 3 brain cell aggregate asses for getting to screw the cap back on.
Every time at a certain time, when I get ready to go to bed, boom, bam, bam, and it's like, and then it'll be after a while, then all of a sudden, bang, and then I won't hear anything, and then bam.
You know, and it shakes the car too.
It's right under the car, and I don't know what it is. I'm assuming it's the rabbit.
We also have the homeless cat. Cats like to get under the cars and get warm.
Yeah, but how under the car like that? I'm confused. I had to climb up in under the car. I'm going to be like, because this is the second time that tank has been open, I said, and someone's pouring shit in our gas tank. And if you do your job correctly, I said, I would be careful because there's other people here other people that live around here that could possibly have stuff they're dumped in their tank because of that. Mind you, there's other people that sleep around here.
While Tophia tries to keep her location hidden, 3 Hills Have Eyes Extra shitting in your local park and consuming as many Lunchables as possible is a pretty good giveaway to a normal passerby.
He gets his playing Jason. They threw something at the car. I don't know if they did because I heard something hit. It sounded like it hit the car, and then they sped by, and then it sounded like they hit the car. He's right behind us.
Chat is trying to poke fun at Tophia for acting tough because it's not like she'd be able to catch someone anyway.
See? Is that not fat phobic for saying I can't run? You see?
Why were we going to run after them when he already was going after them?
No, the people that threw food.
Oh.
She goes on to say she's literally ready to go to jail forever, hiring a hitman to take out the trolls.
It's going to be the end of their life because I will hire somebody to do something. I don't care if it's an undercover cop that I accidentally pay. If these people don't stop, I'm going to tell them I'll take matters into my own hands.
Your first question might be, why not try and get in a homeless shelter? Well, Tophia believes that the conditions they're currently living in are better than what the taxpayer could provide for her and her family.
It's a hassle to do the things that we have to do because we have to go all the way across town. And then it's a hassle to even just get a bed because they almost didn't find us a bed. And then there's too much going on. The day that we stayed there, some girl got bit in the face by a dog. And then there's bed bugs. People steal your stuff. And so we're trying to save. But, you know, money goes because the things we need and stuff. That's why I'm out. That's why I'm out here. And I just feel so bad because it's like we have shitty options, you know. And people could say just survive, just like, oh, well, just struggle it out. But I'm not going to stay at a place that has bed bugs and a lot of health problems.
She goes on to elaborate that they can't get Section 8 housing because there are 3 completely capable people who can and should get jobs. This is utterly racist and fatphobic, according to her.
How are you going to get housing? Well, first of all, we don't qualify for housing, so there's that. Section 8 won't work with us because we already tried a long while back. We were on Section 8 before, and they said that I had to get a job, and if I get a job, they're just going to say me, my brother, and my dad make too much. So then they're going to say, well, you don't qualify because you make too much. It doesn't make sense to me. I just don't get it, but whatever. You tell someone to get a job just so you could turn around and say, hey, you make too much. How is that possible?
She understands the real world because Tophiachu, the man running his own cult, wanted to materialize a real estate career from no assets. She also comments that her understanding of the credit system as a 30-year-old is unbelievably naive.
I'm not cosplaying adulthood. I know how it works because my dad was going to do real estate. Use your common sense. My dad wanted to flip houses. He wanted to be a house flipper. He wanted to buy and sell houses. I know what I'm talking about. I'm not dumb. That's what credit is for. Credit is for if you have good credit, that proves that you can keep up payments anywhere. You can't just say, oh, I'm going to keep up payments. If you have bad credit, that shows that you're irresponsible. I have no credit, so I'm great. I can build my credit.
She says she doesn't want to be homeless, but actively takes actions that put her further into the hole of homelessness.
Do you think people are choosing to be homeless to get free stuff? I don't want to live out of a car to get free stuff. What kind of a stupid ass question was that? Or even, why would you even make that stupid ass remark? That's like the dumbest thing. Why would I choose to live out of a car for fucking free stuff? Man, these people have no concept of what real life really is. Real life makes you want to drive your head through a wall.
We're supposed
I gotta
to
be
get
careful.
put out, and then the next day we have a house. They're dumb.
Tophia has been complaining about her probably untreated diabetic legs. It's hard for her to move around, especially being in the car all day. Will she try to eat better or go to a doctor? You all understand the ramifications of that, and we all know what the actual results of that will be.
My legs, and it's always in the winter. Even when I have a place, it's always like that. Like, I have to turn to one side, then I have to turn to the other, because my leg always gets this like pain in the winter. So, I breathe funny when my leg hurts because it's really hard. It's painful. It's very painful. Very, very painful. My leg hurts. I'm not breathing heavy. It's just my leg because it's sore.
She lashes out at the audience for saying her issues all stem from her weight.
I'm in pain and I can't even breathe properly, and people are saying it's because I'm too fat. That doesn't make no fucking sense when I was breathing fine the whole fucking day. You have nothing to say. You have nothing nice to say. You was rude.
As she pops open another sody pop, she tells a probably fake story of her having heart issues as a kid, which has led to her issues today. Surely it's not the lack of activity and terrible diet that has her feeling like a wreck.
A lot. You can't have health problems. There was a whole bunch just to donate plasma. You have to be tip top for plasma or something. No, I don't have heart problems because of a bunch of junk. When I was 5, I had heart surgery because I had a hole in my heart. I was 5 years old when I had heart surgery. Heart problems runs in my family. My uncle also had heart surgery and passed away. He didn't make it during surgery. Luckily, I made it, but they saw skin flapping when they did an ultrasound when I was little. And when I was 5, I had heart surgery and they fixed it. So I had a hole in my heart and they fixed it. And then my uncle had heart surgery. He didn't survive. And my grandpa died from complications of a heart attack. Excuse me. So
she followed this up by putting out a TikTok story of this long-winded medical examination that she had in some time in the past. I had a really bad pain in the side of my ribs. It was unbearable. I tried icing it so the pain would go away. It persisted and was non-stop. I kept hoping it would just disappear, and it did. For a year, I was feeling great. Then it happened. The pain came back much worse. It was to the point I couldn't sleep. I was tossing and turning from one side to the other. I felt good sleeping on one side, but couldn't sleep that way. I'm used to sleeping the other side. Again, I thought it would go away. Let me take Advil and ice it. It's no big deal. I'm fine. But I wasn't fine. I gave in to the pain, and I went to the ER to get it checked out. This was when nobody knew what caused COVID or had a vaccine yet, so I had to take the crummy test that they stick the tip way up your nose. They had to test everyone to make sure they didn't have it or spread it, or even if you went for something else. They got me to a run. They got me to a run, did an ultrasound, and told me they needed to do a CAT scan after. I agreed. I had just had blood drawn, and I hated needles, and they have a hard time finding my veins to draw blood, so I get an ultrasound. I wait for the CAT scan. Finally, they come to give me the CAT scan. I've been in the ER so long, it was nighttime. The ER was packed. They pulled me out of my room to do the CAT scan. They say, I'm good to go home. They will tell me my results later. They will call me and let me know. I get home, I'm tired, ready to relax at home because I've been in the ER all day. I was hungry and haven't eaten. Then I get a call from the hospital. I said, oh no, please don't tell me I need surgery. Most of the times I go to the ER, it ends up I need surgery. Sure enough, they're very concerned and say you need to come in and get this surgery or you could die. They briefly explained to me what's going on and will explain more when I get there. They said it was good I didn't eat, but had to wait till the morning for the surgery. My brother drops me off at the hospital, and mom and brother wait till I get a room. They take me to my room. They explained I had fluid around my heart. The sac that keep the heart safe, the fluid around it had built that way why I felt the pressure. I would need surgery, and that there's a chance I might not wake up from the surgery, but it was not that risky. But it was a risk. I'm up most of the night worrying if I'll make it out of surgery. It's the day of surgery. They got me prepped. I forgot to add, they told me I have tubes coming out of my side toe of them for a week while it drains the fluids. That's why they were doing the surgery. I get taken to the bed, to the room to prep for surgery. I remember going to the bathroom before my surgery and then briefly talking to the nurse and doctor during the surgery. Next thing I know, I was out like a light. Don't remember dozing off because of the sleep medication they give you to perform the surgery. I wake up, 2 tubes in my side. They take me back to my room and explain what's next. They have a draw my books every day to run tests and end up putting in me because they have a hard time with my veins, so it's easier to keep getting blood. I'm sick in the hospital for a whole week, 2 tubes in my side, can't shower, have to keep myself dry, but I have a great view of the mountains. The nurse kept saying I had a better view than the other patients there. Every night like clockwork at 2 a.m., they came to draw my blood. I had about 5 bruises before they decided to put an IV for the whole week. I started to feel lonely. I hated it, but I got my health problems fixed sort. Still don't know what caused it. The blood test would tell me. They tell me I have to learn to walk and get up before I can go home. I spring right up and do the walking while carrying the plastic square with my fluid in it. The person having me walk says, you recover quickly. You are able to walk fast after just having surgery. You will get to go home on time. Finally, the day before I'm discharged, they tell me my prep. I'll be able to shower and the tubes will come out. They pull the tubes out and I'll feel a pinch and the stitches will close up my wounds. I'm excited for the next day to come, but I'm worried how bad it will hurt removing them. She pulls the tubes out. I feel relieved. Then I feel a pinch. Kinda hurt for the first time, but second time, not so much. I get ready to shower and get ready to go home. The doctors come in and goes over what I had in my blood work. They still don't know what caused it. He gives me a list of what it could have caused it. He says, we never see people that are as young as you on this side of the hospital. It's always older people. The doctor says it's either you're always in and out of jail and have run-ins with the police, or you're in and out of the hospital. I said, it's the hospital for me. It's the hospital for me. I go home and everything is fine. I think, okay, nothing else. Please let me rest. I was home for 4 days, feeling great, taking the prescribed medication. Then I get a call on the 5th day. That's literally where it ends. She doesn't continue the rest of the story. I was so enthralled, I'm sad we don't get to hear the rest of it. It all starts to make a lot of sense when Tophia completely overshares about her mental deficiencies. You'd think she'd realize her lack of nuance in all discussions, but it completely flies over her head.
And I did have a learning disability because I've actually have IEPs, and I was actually in special ed classes since middle school, since I could remember. Probably in elementary school, but in middle school I was in special ed classes. Actually, one of my teachers, who was named Mr. Tripedi, was my English teacher, and I had extra teachers in my classes. They actually put me in the wrong classes in high school, that I failed chemistry and had to go to summer school for chemistry. I also was failing math because they put me in the wrong classes for math, and they realized I was in special ed.
If you tune into any of her live streams, there's a 50% chance you'll hear her or her family snarling, coughing, or salivating over some processed slop they've shoveled into their trough for the evening. Tophia describes the foods they're keeping in their open-air market. They can't even play being homeless right. None of the foods they waste their food stamps on provide any meaningful sustenance to survive the harsh Albuquerque winters.
Ham, cases of soda, 2 cases of soda, which is orange soda, and RC because my mom likes Coke. She likes orange soda too, but she wanted also Coke. A case of water, oranges. I needed oranges because I couldn't get orange juice, so I got oranges. And then my brother got some Lunchables. I still have a bag of bacon jerky. We got the tray of cookies, a loaf of bread, well, 2 of them.
Ham.
Yeah, the ham. I already said that.
Peanut butter jelly.
Peanut butter jelly.
Chips, dip. Ooh,
Yeah.
You could be eating dip right now.
I'm not gonna grab it though.
Tophia contradicts herself by showing the best way to eat a Lunchable pizza. She claimed that she wouldn't eat any of these, yet here we are.
The struggle of putting cheese on your pizza. You take your pizza, right? I'm burning your eyes. Well, then don't watch, because I wouldn't watch someone who's burning my eyes. Anyways, you take pizza sauce, delicious pizza sauce. I would like it heated up, but I like it like this. You take your pizza, flip it over, put it on your cheese. It gets cheese, see? So you don't have to do that. And then you just add your pepperonis. And you have just made yourself the easiest pizza ever. A life hack. Where's the hoodie from?
Tophia goes into this long-winded explanation as to why she can't afford food and why zip codes are racist and hate homeless people. I'll let you decipher the gobbledygook yourself.
I was thinking about really getting back into my food reviews, but man, I can't afford food. I had to start posting some videos on Instagram and then YouTube Shorts. I'm probably gonna do like a screen recording of me making t-shirt designs, because his family couldn't afford food. Do you know how expensive? It depends on your zip code too. Zip codes are partially the reason why people can't afford any vegetables, any healthier foods. Like, people say eat healthy, but zip codes are partially the reason why. Depending on where you live, your zip code is how expensive the food's gonna be. You live in a richer area, the food's gonna be more expensive in that richer area. Little Timmy's mom can't afford food, but you can. So whoop-de-doo for you for being one of the few people that can survive and afford food.
It's the moment we've all been waiting for. Tophia is coping with why she can't get a job, and justifies this because TikTok pays on the same day every month and won't make an exception for Tophia because she's homeless. This is the stupidity you'll be met with anytime you put on her stream.
I have over $1,000+ I don't even have access to most of it. That's crazy. Whose fault is that? I don't have money. That's TikTok's fault. That's TikTok's fault. I pay taxes. Funny story. We have to pay taxes on the gift points we get. We also have to pay taxes on the subscriptions. We pay taxes on the money we make from our videos. So if I pay taxes, which I had to put my tax information, why am I not getting paid? It's a job. I'm paying taxes just like everybody else.
Tophia also claims that her tablet was put up for pawn in order to pay for her previous rent. Shouldn't that be an indication that you need an actual job because TikTok isn't paying the bills?
So yes, I do got bills. My tablet's in pawn because I pawned it to pay the rent at the last place we were staying at.
She'll do these subtle begs for money and then flip out when someone in her chat accuses her of doing so.
So why are they saying I'm begging for money when I literally was talking about King Master Prophet?
You haven't even been begging. These people are lonely.
I haven't begged in a while, so
It's the voices in their head.
somebody literally said, where do I send money to? And I said, I have my Cash App in my bio. I didn't ask for shit.
Yeah.
Somebody said they wanted to send money.
Being clean and not looking like a greaseball is too much of a task to overcome for Tophia. She blames everything on the government and is a perpetual lazy victim who is a bane on the rest of the functioning society.
You think someone's gonna walk in looking like a dirt ball and say, hey, give me a job, and they're gonna give it to them? Don't you have to look somewhat presentable? And what if somebody can't get to a shower every day because they don't have the luxuries that you have? It's a luxury to have a shower, and you should be thankful you have one. But no, you sit here and blame each other instead of really getting down to the nitty-gritty. Sorry about those. And go at it with the government. No, you let the government tell you that they can control you and you have no power. You do have power. What annoys me more than anything is the fact that people think just getting a job is gonna fix what America is screwing up. I have no control over why I can't afford my rent. No control. I can get a job and still not be able to pay my rent. And who do you think is behind that? The CEO of the reason why we can't afford rent and why mortgages are so high. It's the government's fault, but yet no one wants to blame the government. They want to blame the people.
The trolls are really getting under her skin and thinks being a homeless TikToker is some type of flex on someone like me who works a job and can take a shower.
Yeah, whatever. You're mad that I'm getting paid and you're not. You know what? It bothers people that they have to go work a job and I don't. That's why you're mad and you call me jealous. That's why they talk crap on content creators, because you're not getting paid. Mind you, I wasn't getting paid at one time. I posted content for the free. That's what I did. But yeah, no, he didn't, Mom. He's gonna come around.
Trolling won't pay as much as she gets, but let's not start comparing bank accounts, Tophia.
Others, because words do hurt people. And maybe I would suggest choosing a better hobby than being an unpaid troll, okay? Because trolling is not paying you worth a dime. I make more money than you do trolling. So that says as little as what I need to know about your life and how you survive. Because you're just mad you can't do what I can. I stopped receiving DoorDash at the place that I was staying at. I stopped receiving it. You want to know why? Because I didn't let anybody try to tell me that I needed to get off the internet. I'm not letting anybody run me off the internet. I've already started getting paid on YouTube.
In her weird societal structure, she somehow is the breadwinner of the group, bringing in a couple $100 a month, which will soon transition to $0 a month once TikTok is banned.
I don't leech off my brother. How do I leech off my brother when I paid for $200 to fix his car, and I also paid for his car insurance out of my money? Anytime he needs car parts. Okay. I'm just wondering, how do I leech off my brother when I'm paying our phone bill? You know, I'm not even gonna argue.
She tries to prove she has work ethic by having no money to show from her previous endeavors and is now shitting in your local park as you walk your dog. She also very moronically tries to explain an invention for blind people with magnets. Yes, really, I'm not sure she understands who blind people are.
Businesses. I didn't want to work. I worked for my dad for his business. I cleaned yards. Me and my brother went around and had a yard cleaning business where we made $5 cleaning yards. Then I tried to sell candy in high school. I was the one that, once I started selling candy, everybody started buying stuff and selling it at school. I was the one that started that, actually. They got the idea from me because I would buy that big box of candy. It had Kit Kat, Reese's, but then the school started saying we couldn't sell candy. But I used to sell candy. Then after that, I watched, because at the time Shark Tank was on, still at the time when I was a teenager, and I thought, ooh, maybe I could create and make my own business or invent something. And I was started thinking about what's something that people don't have that I could invent. You know, I thought about magnetic board games. I was like, one time I said, maybe I could create a board game for blind people. You know, have Monopoly, make a magnetic board game or something where for blind people that can't see, because I said, making things inclusive. I thought about a lot of things. I still do. I want to be financially stable. The thing I've wanted most in life is to have my own restaurant.
With an attitude like this, Tophia is content with slowly decaying in her homeless sarcophagus.
You could walk. I am not getting the bus to go walk because it's not close to where I am. No, but I'm not going to go outside anyways because it's not the fact that it's cold. I just don't want to get down. I'm just going to get comfortable and get ready to go to sleep and probably get off and watch some lives. But I haven't even been that live for that long because my phone's not halfway. Why should we have to pay to stream wrestling?
She doubles down on never working another 9 to 5. She claims to have these great money-making schemes, but coincidentally never acts on them.
Thank you. I can make almost $600 in one day, then stand 8 hours at a job hoping I don't get fired. Saying, God, please don't let me get fired because my family really needs this money. Because people are heartless and don't care. There's a whole load of places I saw hiring, but no. I worked a 9 to 5 job and I'm not going back there again. I work Dunkin' Donuts and I hate it. I hate it with a passion. I'm not going to go get a job just so you can call the job and then say that I'm a hazard to my job like you did other people.
Rent prices and cost of living isn't easy, but if you and 2 other family members can't get jobs to support a small apartment for yourselves in a low cost of living city, then you might just be doomed, bro.
Car, I have to go. I don't have any privacy. I don't have any of that. And then I could go get a job and what? Make some money and still not be able to afford a place. That's not how life should work. That's not how any of this should work. You know, I just want to make my content and be financially stable and be happy. I don't want to have to get up and go to a job and say I can't come in. I feel like crap. I'm sick a lot of the times. I get bad headaches. I can't even. Some days are worse than others. Mentally, physically, and if I choose I don't want to go to work, we'll find somebody else. You're fired. You can't even take a mental health break. And you want me to drive my head through a wall for a 9-to-5 job that I would hate because I've never wanted a 9-to-5 job? I only accepted the Dunkin' Donuts job because I had no other choice at the time. I wasn't making no money. I didn't have that choice. And now I have opportunities that I'm receiving that I get so upset because I'm like, I have to turn that opportunity down with lemonade because I know if I accept it, I'm just going to get harassed.
Queen Information is here to set you straight on the upcoming TikTok ban. She's pleading with the Supreme Court to focus on the wildfires and not the actual ban. My brain actively reduces in size while I listen to her.
So let's talk about the TikTok ban and what's going on with the TikTok ban. So Monday, they're going to the Supreme Court because there's being misinformation being spread. And it's basically going to halt the ban on the 19th. Is you have an active 5 fires in California that I don't even know the containment, that some of them were 0 contained. Mind you, there are other apps besides TikTok that have already sold or we've had our data compromised. I don't know how many times I've heard Target has had a security breach where our data was sold.
She explains that small businesses are the only ones to really be affected, even though she can't even make a living off her pay and will now be reduced to 0 income come the 20th.
Those are the people that I think about that are going to be mostly affected. When we talk about content creators and influencers but what about the people that work at the TikTok headquarters that are going to lose their job? And it's not affecting me. It's affecting other people. It's affecting, what it's really affecting is the nonprofit organizations that benefit people like Miss Shirley, who I follow Miss Shirley, who literally did a toy drive for children in need. That's the people who it greatly affects.
Don't worry though, she hacked the Matrix and found out TikTok Shop is making more than Amazon, completely disregarding the valuation of one of the biggest corporations on the planet. Tophia knows something that us peasants don't understand.
It's the fact that we found a way to self-support ourselves because we're making lots of money on this app, because TikTok Shop is becoming bigger than Amazon, and you hate that it's a threat to other companies.
But she's feeling good and smart. Make sure to keep up with her content on other platforms.
They said that they're going to transfer over all the data from TikTok to Lemonade because TikTok owns Lemonade or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, guys, make sure you are following me on YouTube, Instagram, Lemonade, and any other platform that I have linked because I will be posting and making content elsewhere. Okay, guys?
Genuinely don't know if there is a further rock bottom, nor do I really care. This whole family's disinterest in bettering themselves will lead to a stagnation in living conditions. But I'd be curious where you think they'll end up. Until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.